All right. What I'm going to talk about is the evolution of mankind. And in order to evolve mankind, what we first need to do is connect everybody together by an evolutionary financial ecosystem, which I would call or describe as a quantum solution to the existing system. And by quantum, what I mean is every single person is a winner in this new system. So all your psychological needs are provided for. Your food, your shelter, your health, hospitals, schooling, all those basic needs as humans that we desire to survive and live will all be provided for. And I know this sounds too good to be true, but just compare it to a quantum computer where the inputs into the quantum processor has maybe a quadrillion results in a split second. So if the computers can do it, why can't mankind mirror this same system? So this is the basics and the thinking behind the system. It's the combined energy of the planet, the creative, energetic genius of every single person. Where man has made one fatal mistake, and as you see with the doomsday clock, I think it's 90 seconds to midnight, you see climate problems, civil unrest, imploding governments, imploding financial system, immigration, housing, yada, 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 yada. What people don't realize is that world is created by the inner man's understanding how to process an inner reality creates that outer reality. And because we're in a hierarchical structure, all these beliefs are all handed down into the ecosystem. And the ecosystem could be your parents, your family, your cousins, your local business community, your religious organization, your sporting organization, the media, your financial system, your university, your college. This is all one ecosystem that's protecting itself, but it's creating this reality for everybody else. And people in that system will support it. So, you're probably saying this is so hard, difficult to achieve as a fully functional financial ecosystem where everybody wins. Not so. So this here is the model. This is what I call the vortex, the T500 model. And 500 resembles 500 trillion. Now, the smartest people on the planet will understand this very quickly. When you're looking at a very complex subject, and this is very complex, to simplify it into a very simple concept that people can get can only be done through what I would call or describe as a principle. So let's say the universe, right? Big Bang 1. An energy source came together and exploded, and everything physical and non-physical in the world and universes and multiple universes and all the galaxies created that ecosystem, and everything revolves around and is fully functional. So there's three laws there: the law of one, the law of one and many, and an ecosystem. That's the principle. So by employing the same principle into this model, that is, if you have one source of income, let's say 500 trillion, and you can pick that sum yourself, and that's connected to every single person in the world, that creates a fully functional human 8 billion population. And I know there's so many of you won't believe it because you have limiting beliefs, but that is a fully functional financial ecosystem. That's the first thing. So if you notice here, the 500 trillion is at the bottom, and you got the people, the projects, and the finance. And all those are connected together. And because of technology, it's now possible to link everybody on one technological platform. But here comes the second thing. This platform will have all the geniuses in the world. But the technology geniuses are absolutely astounding in terms of what they can do and achieve. It is frightening to put man on the moon, allegedly, 50 years ago. We only have to see with the likes of Facebook and LinkedIn and Ubers and all these companies and corporates that are there today, how quick it is to establish something very quickly, how to manifest the creation very, very quickly. And the number of people is getting smaller and smaller and smaller because of artificial intelligence, general intelligence, what I believe is on the way, which is artificial superintelligence. So, because of this technology, it's now possible to create something so fast and so quickly. But the problem man has is it's not creating an ecosystem there because it's not addressing the elephant in the room, and that's the human being. And 99.9% of human beings have zero or very little idea of how they themselves are programmed. So they're creating a reality from nearly zero understanding of themselves. So the geniuses and the people and doing superhuman things, super genius, supernatural, phenomenal things, and sports people and people who can breathe through the nose and get rid of viruses, and people who can run 200 miles an hour a week, and people who can access psychic abilities, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on, understand 5 areas, or at least 4 of them. They understand how their mind works. So their mind is in control of their subconscious. So the mind and then the subconscious. Now, people don't understand that 95% of your behavior is driven every single day by your habits. And you don't even think twice about it, right? You get up at the same time, you do the same routine, and you get your coffee, and you do this and that, and you're on the way to work, and you work all day, you pick up the kids, you go to college, da, 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 da. You don't even think. That is running you. And where it becomes particularly dangerous is if you have beliefs that are wrong beliefs, because you manifest those beliefs. And the traumas and the generational curses from your family are all embedded in you. So you're going to make the same mistakes and repeat the same patterns as your mum and dad and so on and so forth. So the idea is that the mind becomes the master of your subconscious. And that's what these superhumans do. And then there's a flow state, the inner state, the highly creative and productive state, the state that you can do phenomenal things. They understand how to connect to that. And then that converts into your physicality. And there's people out there that understand how the universe works and law of manifestation, how to connect it all together. When the people who have the outer skills, like technology, come together with the people who have the inner skills, these are all programs and genius programs. And that means that every single person who is a genius in all these different fields, and particularly the inner fields, as opposed to the outer fields, come together. You're going to get a planet that is going to 10x everything. 10x your inner reality, your health, your wealth. It'll manifest master plans at the rate of 10x. It'll shrink the planet 10x. The model also has a 10x return on money. I use this word 10x just to say exponentially, because it's very hard to give you the exact numbers, because it's like saying, what's the power in the ocean? We won't know what we actually do the figures, run the simulations. So this is the model here, and it's so simple. So right down here, you have the 500 trillion I spoke about. You can pick your own figure. Now, what you don't see from this project is that there's a 20% finance for people to put this money in. That's a big incentive for any person, country, organization, corporate to put this money into this. And because it's zero, and the object is to get in the world's wealth into it, that's where the exponential return. If you understand nothing else from this, just focus on that. It's a flow in from the rich people, it's flow out to the rich people after a period of time, and that gives enough time then to get the global network established, the global projects all connected together, and every single person on the planet connected together. Because the idea is to empower every single person. So the money flows in from the rich people, it'll flow out after time, then it flows to the geniuses. The geniuses set the programs, they connect the law of one, which is every single person on one platform, and that means every single product and service will go 10x and will be produced quicker and faster than ever before. And the free stuff that I spoke about at the beginning all becomes possible because as your products and services become more innovative and scarce and people have more demand, they're willing to pay more. It's a bit like the phones. all your products underneath